Last year, you had everybody in a chokehold and not even in a good way. So, what do you have planned for this year, if at all? But first, who am I? I'm Casey Renee, a brand strategist with a degree and not just a TikTok expert. So, let's just get into it. So, we all remember this iconic trending fail, and not for a good way. If you remember the Chanel No. 5 perfume, it came out with an advent calendar because of its 100-year celebration. So am I curious to see if they're going to go again this year with nothing being celebrated or having a significant staple? Who knows? But if you do, hear me out. And this is what I would do as a brand strategist. Why not go for the classic Chanel bag this year? If you're going to do an advent calendar, it'd be really nice to see the top fold open in the bottom and then have all the drawers in a nice matte black open up. Or you can do this. Calendar can be shaped as the classic Chanel Rogue lipstick. But now, the most important part, the reason why people were pissed about the pricing, it was because what was in it. So this is what I think you should add into it. So I'm not sure if you guys remember these are lipstick holders. They used to have like my mom in a chokehold back in the day without showing my age or hers. But I think to bring something back like this would be really good. I know Dior does them when they have special releases, but I think to have a monogram one with the C's, it's different. It adds something that people wouldn't expect, and it goes along with their current branding. Back to the purse again. I remember you guys did a little keychain. I think to do it again, but having this as a mini version would be really cute, especially for the price point of the advent calendar from last year. And then also maybe adding a customized little handkerchief. Not a whole scarf, but just a little handkerchief, a mini that could go in there as well. I mean, there's 25 days before Christmas, so it's a lot of options you could do, but those are just a couple of three. If you want to hear more, let me know. I can do a part 2, or Chanel, if you have any questions for me. I know you probably already started this process, but 2024 will be here before you know it. I'm always curious about how you want your brand articulated, but this time I'm even more curious about at what cost. But first, who am I? I'm Casey Renee, a brand strategist with a degree and not just a TikTok expert. You already know. So the neighborhood talk posted about this lady who claims a hairstylist blocked her after she was confronted her about editing her face in pictures. She claims that the hairstylist basically said it's a certain look that she was going for on my page. So what do you think I think? I'll tell you. I know that we're in a culture of retouching and filters thanks to Snapchat and Instagram and all these things. But one thing we have to understand, especially as business owners in beauty, not everybody's up for that. You're dealing with real people who want real results to tell the real truth about a product or a service. Retouching somebody, especially without their consent, it's very disheartening as the consumer or as the client, because it makes you feel like maybe you're not even worthy enough and that your expectations of them are below. So what I think that to solve something like this, you need to have styled photo shoots. You need to art direct them in the way that you want your brand to be perceived, and those are what you share. I know client testimonials are gold, but let them share at their own pace in their own way. Word of mouth is a great thing and referrals do happen, but it has to be genuine. Now, people are not going to want to sit in your chair because they're scared that you're going to retouch them because you think that they weren't good enough in the first place. And what really sucks is the work is really great, but the feeling, one thing my grandfather always told me is you will always remember how somebody made you feel. And this, especially when you're giving money out to a company or a brand, big or small, it's not going to end well. So link up with a makeup artist and some models, do an art directed shoot with everything that you wanted to, and then let your clients be the referrals of pure emotions and testimonials that you need without causing them any self-doubt. What do you guys think? Girl, we love that you're in love, but make it make sense. But first, who am I? I'm Casey Renee, a brand strategist with a degree and not just a TikTok expert. So let's just get right on into it. Lemmy is out, and it is vitamins, which we all knew, even though I still think it should have been interior design, but maybe she'll cross that bridge later. With that being said, she does have a new vitamin out for love, which I get, but it's giving forced. Because they're on reality TV, it's also giving storyline. I don't know. Me personally, I think that the vitamins, if they were just the shape of a heart, I don't know what they look like. But for this, and then we just expound on that with the nutritional values and maybe have I don't know, a model, it might work better. Why? Because everybody doesn't like the Kardashians. However, they may enjoy the actual line. And now you're just force feeding us down our throat. Now, last thing, it is very apparent that Kourtney is the mascot for this brand, which is not a bad thing. So if you're going to be the face of the brand, fine. But make it make sense. It's not even giving your age. If I were to do it, this is what I would do. Besides the shape and the models, I would have waited. I would have waited till Valentine's Day to even do this, and drop this actual product. Reason being because love, let's just all make it make sense. I would have continued the growth, even though they probably don't need it because a million people follow Kourtney Kardashian, but I would have continued on what I currently had and really pushed that to the forefront before adding anything else. So I think the timing here is just bad, and also just, mom and dad, get a room. But let me know what you think.